All right, good morning, everyone. We're going to have our Bible time, and the topic is Savior is Born. Well, it's a rather strange Christmas, isn't it? We are worshiping online together for most of us, and I was really looking forward to the offering songs that you guys were going to do, and the celebration, the dances, and the shared meal and everything together. But unfortunately, we're going to have to do it at another time. I actually think that this might be a really good opportunity for us to really focus on what Christmas is actually all about. You know, we human beings tend to focus on celebrations and performances and family vacations and all these things that we enjoy during the season, which is not wrong in itself. But I ask this question a lot. Who is this Christmas really for, and who should we focus on? You know, as a pastor, sometimes the kids ask me this question, and the question is Santa real? Did God create Santa? And does God send Santa to give gifts to good children? Well, I am not going to answer that question because the Bible does not say anything about Santa. So I shouldn't say anything about what the Bible doesn't say anything about. But the Bible does say what Christmas is all about, and it's that we should remember and celebrate about Jesus. It's not about Santa. It's not about receiving gifts. It's not about, even about having a great time with your family, but it is about remembering the coming of baby Jesus and why he came to us. The night Jesus was born, the shepherds were staying in the fields, and suddenly an angel of the Lord appeared to them. Can you imagine an angel appearing and talking to you guys out of nowhere? They must have been really scared and terrified. And this is what the angels told the shepherds. Verse 10 and 11. But the angels reassured them, "Don't be afraid," he said. "I bring you good news that will bring great joy to all people. The Savior, yes, the Messiah, the Lord, has been born today in Bethlehem, the city of David." Do you guys know why Jesus came? Verse 11 tells us, and I want you guys to focus on this word, the Savior. Jesus came as the Savior. And the word next to it, the Messiah, actually means the same thing. Everyone needs a Savior, and everyone needs a Messiah. Do you know what a Savior does? A Savior basically saves people, right? And why do we need a Savior? Because we cannot save ourselves. We human beings, we people, everyone needs a Savior who can save us so that we can go to heaven and we can be with our God. And in fact, if you read the Old Testament, throughout the Old Testament, it is actually waiting for this Savior. The Old Testament is really focusing on this coming Savior, the coming Messiah. But, the people who actually studied the Bible, they all missed it. The Pharisees missed it. The teachers of the law missed it. The Jewish people missed it. And a lot of people missed the Savior who came in the form of baby Jesus. And guess what? So many people who go to church even miss what Savior has done for us in this Christmas season. And sometimes we Christians sometimes miss it. Do you know why? Because we tend to focus on the wrong things. Christmas is a season that we typically gather together and enjoy being with each other. Families and friends gather and we exchange gifts and we enjoy our time together. Some people travel, and for so many kids, it's mostly about the kind of gifts that they receive. And sometimes I look at the kids in the church and I sometimes have to wonder, are they waiting for Santa more or Jesus more? Are they more focused on the gifts or the gift that Jesus has given to us? Guys, guess what? Jesus came as a Savior. Jesus himself was a gift that God has given to us. Can you guys think of a gift that not only you can receive, but a gift that you can give to Jesus? Maybe write a Christmas card to Jesus if you haven't done so. Maybe talk about as a family how you can give a Christmas gift to Jesus. Perhaps Jesus is forgotten in our busy holiday season. Perhaps Jesus feels lonely and neglected. In this Christmas season, let's really think about what the season is all about, and let's thank Jesus for being our Savior. Jesus needs a room. Did you guys know that? Jesus needs a place. And that place, the room that Jesus really wants, is in your heart. That's why we need to accept Jesus into our hearts and make a comfortable dwelling for Jesus. And we are receiving Jesus as our Savior, the Savior that the Old Testament has been prophesying for such a long time, the Savior who will save from our sin and restore our fellowship with God. So Christmas should not be the day that you only think about Santa and the gifts, but Christmas should really be a time that you need to think about, do I have Jesus in my heart? And do I know Jesus as my Savior? I hope that this Christmas season will be a time that you accept Christ into your heart, into your life, and acknowledge and pray to Him that God, thank you for sending Jesus as my Savior. 오늘은